Hi guys, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different because... Excuse me while I go and close my door. Sorry guys, my letterbox is broken and every time it's windy it keeps banging. I need to get it fixed. It's really doing my head in. But what was I saying? Yes, so today's video is a little bit different because I am going to be going through my Goodreads want to read shelf and just deleting a ton of books that are on there that I am no longer interested in reading or are just probably never gonna get round to it. And I have a lot of books on here. I have 444 books on my want to read shelf, which I know is not a lot compared to some people, but I am not going to be able to keep up with this list, and I know for a fact that there are books on here that I'm just not going to be interested in. So we're going to go through it today and we're hopefully going to cut it down to maybe 300 books. I don't know how many books I'm going to cut off this list. We'll see as we go along, and I'll try not to keep this video too long. I'm also using some new screen recording software that I have never used before. I've never recorded anything off my laptop screen before, and I film with my phone, so this was the easiest way for me to do it. So we're going to see how this plays out as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into the video. Alright, so we've got to try and get this down to about 300 books. And so you can see already that the first book I added to my want to read shelf was January the 6th, 2018. So these books have been on here for quite some time. And yeah, straight off the bat, I know that I don't really care about reading this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it. The Marriage Lie is a no. About 6 weeks. We're gonna get rid of that one because I really don't care. There we go. I Love Dick.
Say what?
I Love Dick. I did want to read this book, but I've recently learned that it is literary fiction, and that's not for me. We're going to get rid of that one because I haven't really heard anything about that one. I don't like that author's work. Okay, They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I still want to read this because I have seen quite a few positive things about this book, so I'm going to keep this one on here. I don't know why Call Me By Your Name is on here because I have read it, but I don't like the book. I unhauled it quite recently. It's just not worth the time. Nowhere Girl. I don't know what that's about. What's this about? Alright, well that's like book 4 in a series. I don't think I've read this series, so we're not going to do that one. Viral. I don't know how I feel about that one, so we're just going to get rid of it. Alright, The Art of Racing in the Rain. I still really want to read this book because it is written from a dog's perspective, and I just really like that concept, so I'm going to keep that one in. It's got 4.21 stars on Goodreads as well, so it must be pretty good. A Clockwork Orange I'm keeping. Half of these books I don't even remember what they're about, so that's fun. I just accidentally deleted The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo from this. I do want to read that because that's on my TBR shelf, but never mind. So we've got Sharp Objects, yes, I do want to read. Dark Places, yes, I do want to read. The Keeper of Lost Things, I have heard of this. Well, obviously I have. Alright guys, so I'm down to 400, so I've managed to get rid of 44 books from the shelf so far. I got rid of the books in the Imperium trilogy, which was Furyborn. I've read Furyborn, and then there was Kingsbane and Lightbringer. I got rid of those two because I honestly don't know if I am going to continue with that series or if I even want to, so I got rid of those. All of the books in the Red Queen series, I got rid of those as well because I have established that I am not going to continue with that series. There's just a lot of books on here that I don't really know what they are about. So The Haunting of Ashburn House, I do still really want to read that one. Her Every Fear. What's that one about? The Lost Girls of Paris, I definitely want to read that one. The Other Boleyn Girl, yeah. Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, I do want to read that one. Okay, so this is where I'm going through my Medici phase a little bit because we have several Medici books on here, but I'm going to get rid of these two because I'm not 100% sure, and that one is, it's saying it's book number 4 in a series, so we'll get rid of that one as well. Okay, so I've just noticed that I have got Pride and Prejudice on here, Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, which I have tried to read before and I don't ever remember liking it. So I'm going to get rid of these 3 because I'm not 100% certain that I do want to read these classics. I know people love them, but they're just not really my thing. So they're going to go. But I am going to keep 1984 on there. Frankenstein I have read, and I've also read The Picture of Dorian Gray. So I'm going to get rid of those 2. We're definitely getting rid of Great Expectations because we have established pretty recently that that is definitely not a book that I will ever be trying to read again. And definitely get rid of Mansfield Park because again, I'm not really 100% certain that I do want to read that. Okay, we are definitely getting rid of all of the Poldark books. I really liked the TV show with Aidan Turner in when that came out. I watched like the first 2 series. I do need to catch up with it. I'm so behind. I did really like that series, but I tried to read the first book back in 2019 and I just hated the writing. It was just really boring. So I know for a fact that I am not going to be picking up that series anymore. And you can try and persuade me to if you want, but I doubt you are going to win that argument. Okay, I've read The Passengers. I don't know why that's on there. I think these are all like different editions, aren't they? I don't know, like I just see a book and I'm like, I want to read that. I don't really pay attention to what editions I'm reading. Again, The Priory of the Orange Tree. I have tried to read it. I tried to listen to the audiobook, but it wasn't really gelling with me. But I think that's just me. I think I was just reading it at the wrong time, so I need to go back to that. So we are down to 360 books now, so I've cut about 84, which is pretty impressive. Ooh. Find Me by Andre Ackerman. We are definitely getting rid of that, considering my thoughts on that particular author, which we are not going to go into right now. Never World Wake. I do remember this. I remember seeing this on BookTube. I heard it was really good. Okay, we'll keep that one. Yeah, all of those I'm happy with. Ah, there's that book that I've been trying to find. Bowie's Bookshelf, The 100 Books That Changed John David Bowie's Life. I've been trying to find this book everywhere, but I couldn't remember what the name of it was. And I didn't think to look through my Goodreads shelf at the time because I am a literal idiot. But I've been trying to look for this book on like Kindle or something. So now that I know the name, I am gonna have to go back to that one and try and find it, because I absolutely adore David Bowie and I've been listening to a lot of his music again recently, and I just really want to read some stuff on him. So I'm gonna look for that book now and hopefully get around to that this year. My Dark Vanessa. I don't know if I want to read that because I've heard such mixed things about it. And a few people I know who have read it recently didn't like it. So I'm not really sure if I want to read it. I'm going to get rid of it and then we'll just see what happens in the future. So we're getting into all the books that I added to the shelf in 2020. And these are the ones that I remember adding. I don't want to read that one anymore. And I don't want to read that one anymore. This is definitely taking me a lot longer on the laptop than it probably would have done on my phone. But I am finding it a very cathartic experience just going through all of these and just deleting books. I definitely needed to do this. We're only at 347 books. It's taken so long. I've been here forever. I'm putting a ban on myself. I'm not going to be adding any more books to the shelf until I've read at least 20 of these books. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so I've just seen The Flat Sharers on there, and I tried to read this in February and I hated it, so that is definitely going. Like, I don't even remember what half of these books are about, and I remember adding them, but I just don't remember why. But I have this thing, I really like to just sit there for ages and go through people's shelves on Goodreads, and I'll just add shit to my shelf all the time. And sometimes I do it just because I like the cover, like I don't actually read what it's about, I'll just see a pretty cover and I'm like, I want it. And it needs to stop. Okay, so I've cleared my shelf of just over 100 books now. So we're doing good. We're doing good work here, guys. Don't let me give up now. Make sure I get to the end of this, because it's just so long and I've still got so many to go through. We are getting to most of the books now that I added very recently, and they are books that I know I am definitely going to read because I do own quite a few of these. So I don't think I have many more books to get rid of, but we're at 330 and I do want to get to 300, so if I can get rid of 30 more books, that'd be great. I honestly don't know if I want to read The Secret History. It sounds interesting, but I don't really know if Donna Tartt's writing is my thing. Just going off what I have heard about it. I mean, obviously, I must have wanted to read it at some point because it's on there, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm probably, yeah, I'm going to get rid of that one for now, and we'll just see how I feel in the future. I don't know if I want to read Truly Devious either. I don't really know if I want to read that one. Or that one. I definitely want to read The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. I'm actually really ashamed that I haven't got to that series yet. So I'm going to keep that one on there. Oh, this is difficult because I want to read all of these now. We're getting into the books that are just... they're just too recent for me to kind of consider getting rid of them. Yeah, no, these books are way too recently added for me to want to get rid of them. So, I don't know, are there any more books that I can get rid of? Maybe that one, because I just put that on there as an option for the Buzzword-a-thon. Oh, I don't know, I want to read all of these. I don't think we're gonna do it, guys. I don't think we're gonna get to 300. We're down to 314, which isn't too bad. So I've got rid of like 130 books. I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to cut it down to 300. I mean, I could if I go back to the beginning. We could get rid of that one. And maybe that one. And maybe that one, because I know that I don't care about that one too much, but I still kind of want to read it. I think that is it. 311 books on my want to read shelf now. I can cope with that. I can live with that. Is that a reasonable number? Is that achievable? I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Honestly, I need to stop adding so many books to my Goodreads shelf because it's getting out of control. I mean, to be honest, like I said, it's not as bad as a lot of people's, I know, but just because I don't read as much as other people, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through all of these. But this is a good list. I think this is a list that I can work with. So we'll see how that goes in the future. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Sorry it wasn't as interesting as a lot of my previous videos, but I really wanted to do this and I just thought it would be fun to do it as a video, and I felt like it was the only way I was going to be motivated to go through my shelf and get rid of books. So I'm pleased that I have done it and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then please feel free to leave a cheeky thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future. Also, I will quickly say that if there are any books that you have seen on this list that you think I should definitely get rid of, then let me know and tell me why. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye guys.